Definition and nature of diplomacy. What is diplomacy? Diplomacy is the method of communicating with other nations around the world to minimize the conflict and confusion as far as possible, ensuring friendly relations. Diplomacy is a basic means of which secure the goals of its national interests. The term diplomacy is derived from the ancient Greek word diplo, meaning folded in two, and the suffix ma, meaning an object. Diplomat is an official whose job is to represent one country in another, and usually works in an embassy. Let's proceed to nature of diplomacy. Diplomacy is a means of international relations. Diplomacy is a normal means of conducting relations. It consists of techniques and procedure for conducting relations among nations. Diplomacy acts to settle procedures. Diplomacy functions through a network of foreign office, embassies, legislation, consulate, and special mission all over the world. It also works according to definite and settled procedures and protocol. Bilateral as well as multilateral in form. Diplomacy is commonly bilateral in character. As a result of the growing importance of international conference, international organization, regional negotiation, it has now also developed a plural character. It is concerned with all the issues and problems among nations. Breakdown of diplomacy always leads to crisis. When diplomacy breaks down, the danger of war, or at least of a major crisis, develops. Diplomacy always works for securing national interests of the nation it represents. Diplomacy secures the goals of national interests as defined and specified by the foreign policy of the nation. Diplomacy always works for the nation it represents. Diplomacy is backed by national power that uses persuasion and influence as the means for exercising power in international relations. It cannot use force and violence. Still, it can issue warnings, give ultimatums, promise reward, and threaten punishment. But beyond this, it cannot directly exercise force. Thanks for watching.